other great conservationists from the beautiful state of Arkansas, Senator Blanche Lincoln. And one of the things that I enjoy so much about Senator Lincoln is her passion for waterfowl hunting and her understanding of how important that is to the folks in Arkansas and to her own family. Senator Lincoln is a member of the Congressional Sportsmen's Caucus and has often worked to protect our wildlife and natural resources on behalf of sportsmen and women across America. Senator Lincoln has also been a champion for wildlife as a lead advocate for funding of her state wildlife agencies, and she has continuously voted to protect the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and other sensitive habitats from oil and gas exploitation. I am pleased to introduce to you a great senator, a great friend of the National Wildlife Federations, and to all American sportsmen and women, Senator Blanche Lincoln.
Well, thank you all so much. I feel terrible because I know that I've arrived here late, but I got to tell you, I am so glad that I got here before Chairman Dingell left. Chairman Dingell is and was my chairman. He's a wonderful man. I served with him, as he mentioned, on the Migratory Bird Commission, and we sit together. And unfortunately, I guess, for the commission, we're usually the ones that ask all the questions, ensuring that the lands are, as much as possible being purchased and preserved for future generations and for wildlife habitat. So it's an exciting thing, and I appreciate being able to serve on that commission. For those of you all that don't know me, I grew up in East Arkansas. I grew up on the Mississippi River. My dad was a rice farmer. I grew up in the White River Waterfowl Refuge, one of the largest timbered wetlands in North America. It's not only wonderful for the duck population, but it's also an incredible place for the neotropical migratory birds. It's a beautiful place to grow up, and along the St. Francis National Forest and a host of other wonderful preserved lands. And I earned a tremendous respect for the open spaces and the habitat from my dad, who was the best conservationist I'd ever met in my life, because although he loved farming, he loved caring for the land responsibly, he loved producing food, and he loved being in the outdoors. Every waking hour that he wasn't farming, he was in the woods. He was enjoying that habitat, he was enjoying that wildlife responsibly, and he taught me how to. You know, my husband Steve and I continue to have that love for the outdoors, and it was a wonderful gift our parents gave us. We have twin boys that are 12 years old, and we want to share that love of the outdoors with them. We want to create and instill in them the respect, the enjoyment, and the opportunity they have to help protect the outdoors for future generations. The National Wildlife Federation does a tremendous job. But we as members of Congress also have great responsibilities. This summer when the boys came home from Arkansas, we signed them up and they took the hunter safety course with the Arkansas Game and Fish. These are federal dollars that we've set aside for states to be able to encourage young people to be engaged and involved and to do it safely. They're wonderful courses and wonderful ways for us to spend those dollars. As John mentioned, in terms of the Migratory Bird Commission, the dollars that come in there from the different federal directions are tremendously important, and our creativity in being able to leverage those dollars with local communities and others, landowners who want to set those things aside, those lands aside, are absolutely critical. It's critical for us to be more and more ingenious of how we partner those dollars and leverage those dollars, because as Chairman Dingell mentioned, the value of land is going up, and it's costing us more and more to set aside these properties and put them into wildlife habitat and refuges and multiple other ways. We also can't forget the economic value that it has as well. Senator Harry Reid, our majority leader in the Senate, appointed me to be the chair of the Democratic Caucus Outreach to Rural America. And let me tell you, having grown up in rural America, I do understand the economic impact it has. If you look at what it provides not only in recreation, whether it is in hunting or birding, whether it's just people who want to go hiking and enjoy the outdoors, the canoeing, the unbelievable ecotourism that we're seeing develop in many regions of our country, it's a tremendous boost to rural America, to the tune of about $76 billion annually. So I hope that people won't underestimate how important it is, as well for these small communities and what it does to recharge them, to create jobs, and more importantly, to keep these people who love living in rural America in rural America. They want to be there, they want to raise their children there, and they want to encourage their children to love the surrounding area and the environment as much as they do, what they have grown up with. So we are very excited about our opportunities. This convention is about change. It's about responsibility. It is about choosing leadership for this country that is going to recognize as well as respect the importance of whether it's climate change or whether it's just simply ensuring that we have the resources and the will to ensure that we are going to protect these lands for future generations. Now, I'm taking my kids to the opening of dove season next week on Monday over in Maryland. The wonderful State Department of Forestry does a youth hunt that's spectacular, getting the boys out, making sure that they understand how important it is to be out in the environment and enjoy it. They do love it already, which is a great blessing to my husband and I. But without a doubt, there are many of us in Congress who do want to be able to have the leadership in the administration and in the White House that's going to make a difference. And I think this convention is going to give us just what we need to go home and fight hard for that. So I think it's really time that we begin to ask the serious questions about not just the short-term cost of action, but the long-term cost of inaction and what that means to us and to future generations. And I just appreciate so much the opportunity to be able to be here with you all, to be in Washington, to fight on the front lines for things that are important to me personally, but certainly important to the people that I represent, the values of our Kansans and what's important to them in their lives and in their family lives and in their future, for what they want to do for the future generations of their families in terms of preservation of great land and great opportunities. Thank you all so much. We appreciate the Wildlife Foundation and all that you all do.